So one of the key differences I see between golf professionals and elite golfers versus very average amateur golfers, it's really one thing, and it all occurs through the shot. It's not what's happening at address, it's not what's happening in their backswing, it's purely what position do they get in their follow through. So the position I see most golf pros post impact is they're in that position there. What I see a lot of very average amateurs doing is they're in that position right there. So they haven't really turned their shoulders, they haven't really turned their hips, they haven't engaged their feet. The left arm is breaking down, the right arm is not extended. Yet you watch golf pros and you stop them halfway through their follow through and they're in this position here. The butt of the club is a long way from their body. And it's not a difficult move to practice, but we don't do it in the traditional let's hit some golf shots and try and get into that position. So one of the things I would get my client to do would be to say, let's hold the club in, if you're right-handed, it's going to be your left hand, and let's hold the club out there. So if I start there and say, okay, can you grip the club with your right hand? No. So the reason I can't get my right hand onto the club is I haven't rotated my body at all. My right heel is staying on the ground. But if I was then able to rotate my body, my hand now fits on the club, and that is how we get into that. So the reason the average amateur doesn't get into the correct position is they really stop rotating their body and their arm collapses and the club face is open and they hit it with a weak cut. But really, what we need to do is hold that there, let your right hand push forward, rotate the shoulders and the hip, let the foot come off the ground, let the knee point toward the left knee, and now we're there. Now when we do it, we don't want to do this and get our body falling forward. Our head really should remain fairly central. So we do that. My head is remaining central. I didn't go from here that way. That's not really what we want at all. So we're rotating our body just to get the right hand extended, and my right arm is now very extended. And those of you that suffer from a chicken wing, the reason you suffer from the chicken wing is your left arm's breaking down and you can see that elbow there. So if you start doing that and then rotating the body but keeping your head fairly central, you're going to get in a much better position. If you can do that, you're going to get extra power in your golf shots. You're going to hit the center of the club face more often. So we do that a few times and then we just stand up here and we try and hit the golf ball and try and get that body rotating through the shot, keeping the head fairly stationary. It moves going back, but it doesn't move past the ball. We want to keep it pretty much level with the ball. So we'll see how we go. There's my nice extended follow through, little soft draw, pretty happy with that result. But just a few practice swings and trying to let the body rotate, get those arms extended, get that butt of the club away from you, you're going to hit the driver better than you've hit it. Now, if you do want to hit better drives, I'm going to put a link to another video just up here I know is going to help improve your driving.